Hello, welcome in our geography session by Deshmukh Madam. We discuss transportation from chapter 6 Territory Economic Activity. The transportation is a service or a facility through which passenger or products or goods are carried from one place to another place. It is one of the basic territory activities. Development of all economic activities is depend on effective transportation system. So the transportation is play an important role of the development of any country. We can discuss the types of transportation in a landways, then water transportation, air transportation. In land transportation, we can distribute land transportation through the roads, railways and pipeline. Water transportation is inland water transportation, and second, sea waves, or we also can say the oceanic transportation, ocean routes are there. Now third major type of transportation is air transportation. Air transportation is also subdivided in two types. There is a national air transportation and international air transportation. We also use a different types of vehicle for different types of transportation modes. In your textbook, there is a map which shows the different types of transportation and their density in the world. There is a heading of this map is here, the world's major transportation routes. These transportation routes are used by the different countries in the world. Now, which type of transportation routes are there? We observe with the help of index first. The canals are there. Then seaport, or we also can say harbor, is there. Then airport. This is a railway terminal is there. Then waterways, which is also use of blue line. The width of blue line is differ. So somewhere the use of water transportation is limited, then the width of that line is very less. And if the transportation, water transportation on a large scale, then we can observe the width of that line is also higher. Then airways is there, which is shown with the help of red line. Then last, railways, it's used like these strips and blocks. So these routes are, we can observe in the map. Only roadways are not there, except railway, roadways, the other routes are there. Now we observe the world distribution of this route in the different continent. First we discuss about the North American continent. There is the railways junction is there. Then here is a Halifax to Vancouver. This route is an important route in Canada. There are the forest region is there Canada, and because of the heavy weight of that raw material, then other minerals are there. So the transportation through this railway route is very economical, and the Canada, the development of Canada is also there because of this railway route. So this railway track is supportive for the economic development, because this links, transportation links are supportive for the transportation of raw material from raw material producing area towards the marketplace. Now second railway track is there. It is from the Boston to San Francisco. San Francisco is also important city on the west coast of North America. Vancouver is also important city which is available for the port facilities, then railway facilities, as well as aeroplane facilities, airways facilities are there. International airport is there. Then here is Los Angeles. Here is also international airport. Then Watson is there. New Orleans is there, New York, Boston, then Montreal. These are the important international air transportation links are there, or ports are there, airports are there. This Boston to San Francisco, this is important railway track from the USA, and the Halifax to Vancouver, this is important for the Canada. Now about sea, ocean transportation through this east coast. It is very important ocean route which is from the North America east coast to west coast of European continent. Almost there is a transportation from Europe to North America and North America to Europe is there. North America is attached with the east coast of North America through the water transportation by this Panama Canal. Due to Panama Canal, the transportation, the distance and time both are reduced. Before the construction of Panama Canal, the North America have used a water transportation route like this, turn to the South America and then come towards the east coast of North America. But due to Panama Canal, the distance and time both are reduced, as well as the European countries also attach with the Asian countries through this route, Panama Canal. Then about South America. South America, there is very we can observe the less development of transportation links are there. Air transportation, only 2 airports are there, international airports are there. One is from Rio de Janeiro, from Brazil east coast, and second is also from Brazil, there is a Buenos Aires. Then there is a port, water port, seaport is there, harbor is there in Brazil, as well as in this Valparaiso is also important port at the Chile coast. Then Salo is from Peru. In this way, the Brazil have a limited network of transportation. Then Africa is also same condition of transportation. We can observe only one air transportation, international airport is there in Johannesburg in South Africa. Then other transportation is also less developed, only water route. This is a Cape of Good Hope, is very important and famous route for the water transportation. It is connect to London from Cape of Good Hope and then Asian countries. So this is one of the important water route. Then here is Suez Canal. Due to Suez Canal, the use of this Cape of Good Hope route is also less, because to reduce the distance and save the time, almost this route, Suez Canal route, is utilized by the ships for the water transportation. Only the size of ship is very large and very heavy load is there. At that time, the ship travel from this longer distance. Otherwise, Suez Canal is very useful and important canal in the world water transportation, because it joins the Gulf countries, which are important for the production of oil, mineral oil and gas, and it is also export this mineral oil and gas to the European countries and other countries in the world. So Suez Canal play an important role in the water transportation nowadays. We can observe the water transportation use, or the way is also, this line is also thick from the Suez Canal route, as well as here the Japan and Russian region, as well as the China coast. We can say the intensity and the transportation density is high in this region. Now about air transportation and other transportation is in Europe. Compared to other world, we can observe the density of air transportation. The high use of air transportation is in Europe and North America. In Europe, London is important and major port. It is very famous for the all type of transportation, but very high development in air transportation in European countries. Then Hamburg, Antwerp is there, Kile is there. Then Moscow is also the European part of Russia is there. And this Istanbul is also it is also one of the important trade center, and that's why it is also attached with the world through the air transportation. Then about Russia, this is a Moscow, then Novosibirsk, then Ulan Ude, and then after it is also joined to the Vladivostok in this east coast of the Asian continent through this railway. This railway is joined the Asian continent, the Asian part of Russia and European part of Russia also. So this railway connect the two major continents in the world, as well as this railway is also known as a lifeline of Siberia. Then here is the Beijing. Then the important part from the China is there. Then Japan, Tokyo is there. Yokohama is there. Then Shanghai, Grand Canal of China is also there. Osaka, Nagoya and Seoul region is there. Hong Kong is also one of the important trading center and developed region. Kallang is there. It is a important for the water transportation. The Singapore is important for it is attached with the water as well as air transportation to the worlds. In India, we can observe Mumbai airport, Delhi airport are the international airport. Kochi is an important harbor is there. Then Colombo in Sri Lanka is important. Then Karachi in Pakistan, here is also airport, international airport. In this way, we can discuss almost the part of the world. Now about Australia. If you observe the north part of Australia, there is a lack of transportation modes, but the west part of Australia is highly developed with a transportation system. We can observe there is a railway track from Perth to Sydney, as well as it also attached with a Melbourne. The Australian railway is with a different gauges are there. Not continuous railway track is available in Australia. Almost it is a different gauge railway track is there. The Perth from to Sydney is there. Then these are also Melbourne, Sydney, Perth are important harbor in the world for the water transportation too. Almost the transportation network is highly developed in the east part of Australia and southern part of Australia, but north and central part of Australia is less developed. Now there are some questions. We think about their answers, discuss the answers. Which means of transportation are shown in the map? We can say with the help of map there is a air transportation, water transportation and rail transportation is there. Then between which continents do you see an overall higher flow of transportation? Almost we can observe the higher flow of transportation is North America and European continent. Which canals are you see in the waterways? There is a two major canals, that is a Suez Canal is here and second Panama Canal is there. It is important canal from the waterways. What could be their purpose? This canal is important for the reduce distance and save the time. Almost it is the economical for the water transportation. Which two major cities in India are connected internationally through the airways? Yes, there is obviously Mumbai is there and Delhi. These two cities are connected with the air transportation through the air transportation to the world. Which two continents show the lesser use of air routes? There is, we can also observe very less air route is related with the South America and African continent is there. Then which rail route connects two continents? There is a Trans-Siberian Railway route. It connects two continents. Why do you see a concentration of transportation routes in a southern part of Australia as opposed to northern part in all continents? Now what happened about the Australia and other world? We can observe there are the two world is distributed within a two parts. This is a 0 degree latitude. It is a equator. From equator to northward it is a north continent, and from equator to southern part it is a southern continent. Australia occur in a southern part of the southern hemisphere or southern part of continent, and other region they are located at the north part of the continent. When we see the region related with the equator, it is a less developed because the effect of equator, effect of very hot and humid climate, daily rainfall we can observe in this region. This region only because of the monsoon type of climate, it is some differ than Africa and South America. But Africa and South America with the region which is related with the equator, it is badly affected due to the very hot type of hot temperature as well as heavy rainfall. Daily rainfall is there. Dense forests are there. Here is a Congo river basin and here is a Amazon river basin. It is also obstacle in the all types of development in a transportation links. Now about Australia, the Australia's north part is also near to the this hot temperature and hot type of conditions. Then second, a north part of Australia have a desert area. That's why the north part of Australia is less developed. It is adverse condition compared to the north hemisphere. The countries in a north hemisphere, their southern part of that area is less developed, but middle latitudes are highly developed. It is only because of the effect of climate we can say there is a difference in between the development of Australia. Then which continent does not have continuous internal railway routes? That is Africa is also there, and second Australia. There is a not continuous railway route, and in Africa there is only one long railway route is there, but it is also discontinued because of the Lake Victoria. It is from this Cape Town to Cairo. It is a longer railway track, but it is discontinued because of Lake Victoria. So we can say Australia and African continent have very less developed railway track and discontinued railway in Australia due to the different gauge railway tracks are there. Okay, in this way we can discuss this map in this video. Okay, we discuss a next point related with the trade and transportation in our next video. Thank you.